Does anybody want to hold a sign? They really get along. Thank you. They are just so okay. Yes.
Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Welcome everyone to 1 billion all over the world. Okay, for many of us who have been raised of Adam and Eve being blamed for all the bad things in the world, I'm going to tell you what really happened that day. That day, Adam and Eve were walking in the Garden of Eden. Suddenly, out of the blue, the snake showed up. Adam freaked out. He was so scared that he passed out. And here he was on the ground. So Eve was concerned. She tried to bring him back, hit him on the cheeks a few times, and he started coming about. And then she thought, well, he needs sugar. He's not diabetic, so he'll be fine. So she saw the apple on the tree. She picked up the apple, made him eat the apple, and he came back. She was a nurturer. She was smart. And so I don't know who wrote that story, but I love it. Some of us are going to share why this is important to us, and I'm going to start. In 1981, while at the Esalen Institute in Big Sur, she decided to face the sexual abuse of her past. Little did she know what she was about to uncover. In these days, the topic was still taboo. On her own, she let the memories come back to the surface. She was just a baby. Things were so bad with her dad that she was exorcised. It didn't help. She knows he raped her when she was 5. And life went on, abuse after abuse, being buried deep into the psyche, into the body. Later, her brother joined in and molested her for several years. At 14, she had an abortion thanks to her grandfather. At 16, another one, thanks to her father. She recalled being taken to the hospital in the middle of the night, not having a clue as to what was happening. The next morning, she was back in school. As if nothing had happened. In her teenage years, she had great support from 2 adults. It took her 30 years to tell them what was really going on then. They validated her memories. She studied transpersonal psychology. She learned from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Bujoy, and many others, so that, like so many wounded people, she could reach out and help others. The horror she heard, children and adults, mostly women but also a few men, molested, raped, beaten, involuntary participant in satanic rituals. All of this mostly within the families. In 1991, a traumatic head injuries forced her to stop helping others. Now, at 66, she knows all about resiliency. She has walked a long path in her own healing and with others. She's still walking on that path. She's proud of who she has become.
I rise up and speak against the violence of over 1 million or more women who have suffered and are greatly suffering at the hands of those who violate them. I rise up for education, the most important tool in dealing with violence. I rise up to sing of the power, intelligence, creativity, genius, compassion in women, and that it be honored, cherished, respected, listened to, paid attention to, and find its way into all fields of our cultural life. I rise up to thank May McGuire and Betty Williams, who in 1976 received the Nobel laureate for the peace movement in Northern Ireland. They assembled women and marched, saying, we demand peace. No more war in our land. I rise up to say thank you to Marian Wright Edelson, founder of the Children's Community Fund, knowing that education is a way out of violence. I also rise up to think of Wangari Maathai, the Kenyan environmentalist, who with women, and she paid them small amounts of money to plant trees in Kenya. She too received the Nobel Laureate Peace Prize. She was the first woman in Eastern and Central Africa to get a doctorate, and she has made an extraordinary difference, really, on the whole globe. I rise up to give thanks to Eleanor Roosevelt. She was a great voice for justice, for women, for men, for the poor, for those who are our brothers and sisters. She was often mocked, made fun of, but I'll tell you, she carried on. She was one brave, courageous woman. I rise up for Rosa Parks, and we know Rosa's voice and her movement, no longer to the back of the bus. I will stand up and no longer be violently treated. I rise up for the women who in this moment suffer violence at the hands of anyone, and young girls who suffer violence at the hands of anyone. I also rise up the women here in our own village of Idyllwild, who also know violence in many different ways. So as we gather, just lowering yourself up, we are rising up to end violence against women and children, and of course against men also.
Does anybody else have something to read or want to share?
Just reminding everybody, we hold up half that sky. Sky.
Note, I am confident that our representative, Raul Ruiz, will vote in favor of the extension of the Violence Against Women Act today. Let's try to remember to thank him.
Yes, thank you. We are mothers. We are teachers. We are beautiful, beautiful creatures. I dance cause I love. I dance cause I dream. Dance cause I have enough. Dance to stop the screams. Dance to break the rules. Dance to stop the pain. Dance to turn it upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah! Break the chain. Oh yeah! Break the chain.
Oh, I dance cause I love. Dance cause I dream.
Dance cause I have enough. Dance to stop the screams. Dance to break the rules. Dance to stop the pain. Dance to turn it upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah! Break the chain. Oh yeah! Break the chain!
Tell the post office
We are going to follow him, and when we get there, we'll do it one more time. Okay?
Oh my God. Thank you.
Oh, 1 billion.